Hello and welcome back to the Shittening. Today is episode 4 and we're going to be creating a custom power supply bracket for this case. So without further ado, roll the intro. So before I want to go anywhere, I am trying to hit 1,000 subs by the, not metal shavings everywhere. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year. So if you're not subscribed and you're watching the content and you enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like, and well, the subscribe is more important than the like. If you could, I would heavily appreciate it. So yeah, so without further ado, let's actually get into the actual piece, the video. Okay, so today's video is all about creating a bottom-mounted power supply shroud for the PSU. Nothing not too crazy. Of course, we're going to be reusing the PVC sheets instead of acrylic. I believe they bend easier and they're also more susceptible to heat, so therefore be easier for me to bend them. So the way of doing this is very simple. I mean, there are tons of tutorials online and I'm not different from them, but I like to document my ways of doing. So the first thing I did was to indeed measure the width of the power supply and how much I really wanted to come out. And I was pretty lucky with the measurements. It came out pretty damn good. So I did the vertical and the horizontal width of the power supply pretty much, gave it a couple extra centimeters here and there. I added them together and I started cutting out by 40 centimeters by 28, I believe it was. 40 centimeters allowed the front 140 millimeter fan to still fit there and potentially have a bit of cable management here and there, even though the front you don't really cable manage all that much. So after I cut it out successfully, using the usual rotary tool, the Dremel, cutting out the diamond quartered thing. Shut up, Stuart, I can't. Call you back. So after I cut it out successfully, the next step was to actually have a surface where I could actually bend it down and get, that near perfect 90-degree angle that I wanted. So the idea behind it was to simply staple it on to, not staple it, but like hold it on with some vices on either side of it, and then just use my hair dryer and basically go up and down along the edge or where I marked it, so that I could, then apply heat to the edge and then bend it down slowly. So I took a bit. The line I ruled out was actually pretty much guesstimating where the edge was going to be. I pretty much did it 0.5 centimeter out of the power supply, and the good thing about it was that the curve that it created, because it doesn't bend perfectly 90 degrees, this stuff just will not let you do that. It's not acrylic, it's not even thin, it's not even thin enough. So, but it came out pretty well. I'm happy with it. So of course, that bombature, that curve had to be a couple centimeters off and whatnot. So once I actually, bent it, it took me forever. I used a piece of wood to actually try and get it as straight as possible. It turned out pretty well. I tried to test it in the system and it was too tall. So I then went ahead and tried to guesstimate the amount of centimeters. I predicted 3 centimeters. And then I just decided to go down to 2 centimeters. Worst comes to worst, you can always cut more material, you can't add material. So I went to 2 centimeters, and 2 centimeters was indeed perfect. Once I cut it out and I placed it back in, the system really does look complete. And I mean, it's generally speaking, it's not really hard. Even if you have a heat gun, it would be way fast. I probably stood there a good 5 minutes passing over the line, but it's generally speaking a very easy mod to do, and I think it's one that can definitely propel your PC case that much extra further. Yes, vertical mounted GPUs are pretty easy to do and they can boost your PC, but a bottom mounted power supply shroud is really the way to go. I mean, it definitely changes how it looks, and when it'll be spray painted black, gunmetal black, it will definitely look very, very, very nice. So yeah, that's genuinely have a good look at it. I mean, it's nothing too crazy, but it's really simple to do, and it doesn't really take. It's not even that expensive. Like PVC sheets at Bunnings, I think it was $20 for like massive sheets. So that allowed me to do the front, the side window, and the bottom mounted power supply, which are all big pieces by themselves. So yeah, thank you for watching. It was quite an easy thing to do. I hope that you enjoyed making it home. Thank you for watching, and I guess I'll catch you next time. Make sure to leave a like and a subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. See you guys.